Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to ABTG, Absolute Bullshit, True Greatness. Today we're talking about Solar Opposites, Season 2. I don't exactly know how I could recap this, but basically Solar Opposites is the story of 4 aliens and their pupa. So 5 aliens, I guess, just not of the same species, although I'm not sure. Anyway, they escaped their homeworld because it was destroyed. Boom! The thing goes and now they're living on Earth undisguised, and they're having a good time most of the time. The show was created by Mike McMahon and Justin Roiland. Mike McMahon is the guy behind Lower Decks. Justin Roiland is one of the guys behind Rick and Morty. And I'm gonna start off with this. Season 2 of Solar Opposites no longer feels like a Rick and Morty spin-off. Yes, the art style is the same. Yes, most of the voices are done by Justin Roiland himself, so you kind of get that connective tissue, but it doesn't feel that way anymore. It doesn't feel like a spin-off of Rick and Morty anymore. And I'll tell you what, I had a lot of fun watching this season. I don't exactly know where to begin though. I suppose story-wise. The stories being told are very fun, very exaggerated, and that's probably the thing that I disliked the most with this second season in comparison to the first. Everything was toned up a bit, like everything was cranked up a notch. So when it comes to meta jokes, that's fine, that's fun, but when it comes to like the intensity of the, I suppose, not necessarily pornography, but when it comes to those kind of jokes, I don't know if it was very necessary. They also did a very bizarre thing where out of the 4 main characters, you have 2, from what I understood, adults and 2 kids. Now they call them 2 replicants, the kids, so they might not be children, and also this alien culture seems very much different to our own, but we got a lot more sex jokes and a lot more sex themes being developed in the stories with the replicants, and I don't know, I found that a bit bizarre. As I was saying about the meta jokes though, that works absolutely fine. Like, they refer to themselves all the time as the Solar Opposites now.
Solar Opposites are hovering to London!
Would you stop saying that? What does that even mean?
Well, I just think we should be called the Solar Opposites.
No, that's stupid. The Solar Opposites have made it to London!
Which is just stupid, but I like it. It's still, that's fun, that works. Now the sci-fi concepts that are being explored and the reimagining, the reinvention of these classic sci-fi tropes we've seen over and over again, that all works still very well. The characters are just adorable. I love them all. The 5 of them are fantastic. The voice acting is impeccable. The visual style is very unique. Like, you have to enjoy that Rick and Morty style of drawing because that's what they're going with. The animation itself, like the quality of the animation itself, is slick. It's just impeccable. It isn't something as stunning as Lower Decks, but it's not trying to be that over the top and that kind of amazing with all of the blending of the different art styles or techniques. This is much more straightforward, dare I say. But it's good, it looks good. I have to point out that this show is doing a lot of things in regards to, and I don't know if they're trying to actually be kind of, woke, as people say, when it comes to LGBT and sexual orientation or gender identities, but basically these 4 aliens don't have any genders, or at least no, human gender could be assigned to them, and so they identify with genders of their choice. It's interesting to go in that direction, because you get a lot of what I suppose we would call cross-dressing, characters that to us would seem more male, wearing more, traditionally female clothes, that kind of stuff. It's interesting though that those barriers are, for starters, always kind of crossed and challenged, but never really addressed on the show. It's not a thing, It's nice to see that. It's just anything goes, anything's fun, anything's great. The last thing we need to talk about, of course, is The Wall. We need to talk about The Wall. Now, I won't get into spoilers because that's not something that I want to do, but if you're watching a Season 2 review, chances are you've seen Season 1. Without getting too deep into this, there is a subplot that happens over the course of 2 seasons, and I will speculate the entire show, that involves a wall, that involves characters in a wall that are completely unrelated or very slimly related to our main characters, and Season 2 once again delivers something friggin' awesome. Like, the Wall plotline is so completely different in this season than it was in the first, and so it's very refreshing. I was afraid that we were going to have something similar. I suppose the trap could have been to just recreate what season 1 delivered in regards to the Wall, but no, they went in another direction, and that was great. It was really fun. It was really good. I love that too. So yes, overall season 2 I think is pretty much as good as the first season. There are certain things that I preferred in the first. There are certain things that I preferred in the second. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh here, but I can't really put this show at a great quite yet, and I don't know if that's just me being mean, or maybe I'm expecting more from this. I feel like Solar Opposites has the potential to become one of the greatest science fiction animated comedy shows of all time, and yet it's not there yet. It's not even reaching to where it could be. It's kind of settled into its own little groove, which is fine. I can have a good show for like 17 seasons. That's cool for me. But yes, Solar Opposites, if they could add some sort of little spice to it, and it would become just amazing. Anyway, I give it a good. What do you think of Solar Opposites? What did you think of Season 1? What do you think of Season 2? Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. Yes, that's right. You. Like, subscribe. I'll see you next time.